But Springfield now, getting a second confirmed tornado touching down, and that's really where most of the severe weather has been located today. Springfield, Massachusetts, extreme southern Worcester County, and just over the Rhode Island border. It's this cell in the Springfield area right now that where the tornado warning is still in effect. Let me double check to see if we still have the purple. Yeah, we do. In fact, let me shut the radar off quickly, and it's that purple zone right there. That is where the current tornado warning is located at this time. This storm is tracking off to the east and northeast at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. It's essentially moving in this direction. So once again, the same path as what the previous storm had done about an hour and a half ago. So this would include southern Worcester County and just over the border from the Rhode Island border, where currently it's quiet, but we're going to have to watch the situation closely. I would say in this area right in here, next 30 to 60 minutes, as far as the potential for more damaging wind, and at least the potential for a tornado. The tornado watch remains in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. Let me show you where the watch is located. Watch just means that there's the potential for tornadoes. So when you see this yellow flashing in your town or neighborhood, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a tornado coming. A watch means that there's the potential for some thunderstorms to produce tornadoes. And right now, the only tornado warning we have is with that Springfield storm. Don't want to ignore the fact that on northern suburbs, there's been a lot of lightning. This is our live lightning tracker, and you can see the concentration across southern Worcester County and into the Springfield area. Downtown Providence with dark clouds and hazy conditions, but not finding any precipitation or any storms. We'll go back to the live Doppler radar one more time. In fact, what I want to do, first of all, we were tracking a stronger thunderstorm that went through the Pawtucket and Bristol County area just a little while ago. This one right here has really weakened, so not overly concerned with that. And you can see some more activity along the south shore, but that has weakened quite a bit as well. What I want to do here is just kind of take a cross-section of this Springfield tornadic storm, get a better idea as to how it's behaving in three dimensions. This can really give us kind of a wealth of information by kind of taking this CAT scan and looking around the storm in all directions. We can see how it's behaving, and this is still a fairly strong storm, which is towering at close to 30,000 feet. So this is still a sizable storm that's producing some large hail and the potential for a tornado. We did have a tornado on the ground a little while ago in North Springfield as this storm tracks essentially from west to east. So it's these areas right in here just north of the Rhode Island border, right in here. Now we're talking out towards Uxbridge and Mendon and Bellingham, Massachusetts. It's quiet right now, but we're going to keep an eye as this Springfield storm heads in your direction over the next 30 to 45 minutes. And elsewhere it's fairly quiet, but they still have to keep an eye to the sky for at least additional storms to form. But based on all the dynamics that we look at to have severe weather come together, it looks like most of those dynamics are going to be north and west of the Providence area and into southern Worcester County. Of course, TJ and Pete in the Weather Center here monitoring the situation very closely. More than likely we'll probably break at around 7 o'clock, and should anything form and come our way, obviously we're going to interrupt programming or put some messages on the bottom of your screen. So don't think if we go away that we're not watching the situation very closely. But for now, things are quiet in the Rhode Island area. But once again, it is a very destructive day in Springfield, Massachusetts. Back to you.
Tony, quickly, you can hear the conversation at coffee shops tomorrow morning. Are we going to have an active tornado season? Is there any way that could be predicted?
Well, it's been probably a historic tornado season so far. So since April 1st, over 1,100 tornadoes in the Midwest and the Central Plains with over 500 fatalities. So that in itself, it has been historic. Now, typically climatology, as far as New England tornadoes, they're usually later in the summer, into late July and August, though we certainly had the Great Barrington tornado back in May of 1995. But our tornado season, if there is such a season in New England, and it tends to be rare, is usually deeper into the summer season. But the fact that the jet stream has been so active I would tend to believe that perhaps we have a better chance of seeing more severe thunderstorms this summer season, and perhaps better chances for thunderstorms that are rotating. So it is a situation that we'll need to watch very closely in the summer months.
It's certainly been a wild spring all over the country, and we here in Rhode Island are not immune to it, obviously, Tony.
It's certainly not Connecticut and Massachusetts. Don't exclude them either.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, let's go to the Tech Center one more time and Ted Nesi. Ted, there's a lot going on our website, WPRI.com.
That's right, Mike, and we want to encourage people, if they have photos or videos to share, perhaps they were commuting back from Western Massachusetts to